are many steps that happen between the raw water source and the water that comes from your tap. In many places, like the city of Belleville, we have water treatment plants like the water treatment plant behind me. This is where they clean your water and make sure it's safe for you to drink. Did you know that 80% of people in Ontario have access to drinking water from municipal sources? This means that the cities treat their municipal water and make sure it's safe for their consumers to drink. In the Quinte region, there's actually 50% of people who have access to municipal drinking water systems. So that makes sure that they have clean and safe drinking water from their city, but the other 50% rely on a different source. So you may be wondering, where do cities get their water? So cities can get it from surface water, like the Bay of Quinte behind me, or they can get it from groundwater, like we learned about in the water cycle. So how do we turn dirty surface water, or well water, into clean, safe drinking water? In cities and towns that have municipal drinking water systems, they usually have a water treatment plant that cleans the raw water source that is full of contaminants and particles. There are usually 4 steps to the cleaning process that include coagulation and flocculation, sedimentation, filtration, and disinfection. The first step of the cleaning process is coagulation and flocculation. This is where large items like rocks, sticks, sand, and dirt are removed from the raw water. Water operators do this by adding coagulants. These are chemicals that they add to the water to clump or flock the particles together, so it's easier for them to remove. The second step is to allow the clumps or flock particles to settle down to the bottom of the sedimentation basin. These particles are then removed from the basin, leaving the cleanest water on the top, which flows on to the next step. Now it's time for filtration. At this point in the process, the water will appear to be clear. However, it still contains bacteria and various small suspended solids. To remove these contaminants, many water treatment plants will use sand filters. Sand filters are layers of different sized sand particles that filter the water through them. Some facilities even use activated charcoal filters, which are basically giant Brita filters. Now that we've gotten rid of most of the contaminants in the water, there are still some pesky bacteria that remain. The final step is the disinfection step. This is where they remove these harmful bacteria. Some treatments include adding chlorine, ozone, or using an ultraviolet light. Now that the water is clean and safe to drink, it can be distributed to the people in the town.